In the headlines, resident doctors give federal government fresh ultimatum over unmet demands. Bandits kill 10, abduct several in Kwara community. Bayelsa residents call for government help amidst flood crisis. Hello, good evening, and welcome to News Update on Trust TV. My name is Dorcas Yakubuzala. And now the news in full. The Nigerian Association of Resident Doctors have issued a 30-day ultimatum to the federal government to address outstanding welfare and policy demands affecting its members. It warned of possible industrial action if the issues remain unsolved. The resolution was contained in a communique signed by NARD President Muhammad Suleiman, Secretary General Shuaibu Ibrahim, and Publicity and Social Secretary Abdul Majid Ibrahim at the end of the association's 45th Annual General Meeting and Scientific Conference held in Katsina State. The key demands include the immediate payment of accumulated promotion arrears, release of corrected professional allowance tables, reinstatement of 5 sacked doctors at the Federal Teaching Hospital, Lokoja, and urgent action on the long-stalled review of the consolidated medical salary structure. Now, medical experts in Gombe have raised concerns over the rising cases of sudden deaths in the state. To address the issue, they have targeted adults, women, and students with life-saving strategies and first aid training aimed at reducing fatalities during emergencies. Trust TV's Hassan Lawan Koli has more.
Cases of sudden death are becoming an increasing health concern in many communities, largely due to the lack of basic first aid knowledge. Medical professionals warn that if this trend is not urgently addressed, more lives could be lost unnecessarily. To curb the menace, health experts have begun engaging students, particularly women, equipping them with essential knowledge on emergency response and basic first aid techniques.
What we did is demonstration of basic life support and basic daily emergencies that may occur at home. Many of our parents that stay at home don't know what to do when somebody suddenly collapses. So the aim of this training is to teach them how to start the basic life support as an initial rapid response to the patient, like the first part of the resuscitation that we can do at home. We want to do this to women because mostly they are the ones that stay at home and with children. And we also try to see and how to teach them what to do when a child is choking or even an adult is choking.
The training sessions focused on practical steps to take during emergencies, including how to stabilize victims before professional help arrives.
We've seen a lot of, it's not even once or twice or 3 times, you know. I know even as lay people, most of the time they will tell you that somebody, maybe you are just talking to somebody and then the person will just collapse. Will just fall down now on the ground, and then before they will raise the person is dead. So those are the things that we are talking about. So all this one that will say somebody has died suddenly. Maybe you've seen the person in the last 5 minutes and then they will tell you that the person has died. So those are the things we call it cardiac arrest. You understand? Somebody will just fall down before you know it, the person will die. So if the person falls down, those are the times where this emergency things will be done to the patient.
Students who participated in the training expressed excitement, saying the experience have not only empowered them, but also boosted their confidence to act in emergency situations.
We are very happy about this training. It has opened our eyes to how we can save lives. We hope more of this program will come so that sudden deaths can be reduced in our community.
Experts emphasize that preventive measures like these, combined with timely medical intervention, are vital in reducing the growing number of sudden deaths in the state. With increasing awareness and proactive effort, it is hoped that such life-saving initiatives will help bring down the alarming rate of sudden deaths in Gombe. Hassan Lawan, Trust TV News, Gombe.
Now, the House of Representatives Committee on Downstream Petroleum Resources has criticized the Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association of Nigeria, PENGASN, for ordering some of its branches to halt gas and crude oil supplies to Dangote Refinery as part of its ongoing industrial action. The committee said the union's directive was taken without notice and exhaustion of the laid-down procedures specified in trade union laws, warning that the action could damage investor confidence and destabilize Nigeria's downstream petroleum sector. Chairman of the committee, Ikenga Imo Oguchinyere, speaking at a press briefing in Lagos, said the supply cut will destabilize downstream stability and scare investors away from the country. He stressed that the decision was made hastily without exhausting proper avenues for addressing grievances. The committee urged PENGASN to immediately suspend the directive and allow lawmakers to mediate. Now talking security, at least 10 people were confirmed dead on Sunday morning following an attack by bandits on Okeode community in Ifelodun local government area of Kwara State, despite government claims that security operatives had repelled the assault. Several residents were also reportedly abducted during the incident. A local vigilante member identified simply as Ade Ajay Tumobi said that contrary to official statements, the attack was not thwarted but left devastating consequences. According to him, the casualties included community members identified as Oji, Said Metsubi, Bale Ogba Ayo, amongst others. The corpses were taken to the police station while those injured were rushed to the General Hospital in Share. He further accused the government of neglecting its responsibility to safeguard lives despite receiving intelligence about a possible attack days earlier. The Kwara State Police Command is yet to issue an official statement on the incident. The Kogi State Police Command has confirmed rescue of 8 passengers in the state. According to the command spokesperson, William Aya, 12 travelers were abducted along Ukene Auchi Road on Friday. He said the victims were traveling in commuter bus. The command spokesman said the quick intervention of the divisional police officer in charge of Ukene Division, Nasir Muhammad, in synergy with military and vigilante group, launched a manhunt that led to the rescue of 8 out of the 12 abducted victims, which include the driver of the vehicle. He assured that efforts are still on the way to rescue the remaining 4 victims and possibly apprehend the perpetrators of the heinous act. The Nigeria Police Force has begun a nationwide manhunt after one of its official vehicles vanished from the force headquarters in Abuja, sparking concerns over internal security breaches. The missing vehicle, a Toyota Buffalo Land Cruiser with registration number MPF 5594D, was reported stolen on July 28, 2025, according to an internal wireless memo circulated by the Commissioner of Police, DFA Katsina Command, and relayed from the Force Criminal Investigation Department, FCID. The SUV assigned to the Department of Operations at the Force headquarters, Louis Edet House, was discovered missing after it was allegedly removed from the official parking lot. A police signal obtained by reporters confirmed the development, saying that following the report, all area commands, divisional police officers, and tactical formations across Nigeria have been ordered to remain on high alert and to treat the matter as, quote, very important. Security agencies have also been instructed to immediately report any leads that could aid in recovering the vehicle. Now, the new Olubadan of Ibadan land, Oba Rashidi Adewolu Ladoja, has said he will serve Ibadan land and its people with the rest of his life. Speaking during a Thanksgiving for his coronation held at Church of the Ascension, Bodija Ibadan. The Olubadan said he will collaborate with government at all levels to ensure that Ibadan and Oyo State at large maintained its pace-setter status. Our correspondent has more on the details.
Recall that Obaladoja, a former senator and former governor of Oyo State, was presented staff and instrument of office as the 44th Olubadan of Ibadan land by Governor Seyi Makinde at the historic Mapo Hall, Ibadan. The monarch, who said he still have a lot of things to do for Ibadan land, described his new roles as a leadership position, adding that his major concern is how peace and development will continue in the city. We are all Olubadan, working together for Ibadan's greatness. I am honored to lead. I am just the big Olubadan, and with God's grace, we will make a difference. Obaladoja, however, thanked Ibadan people and well-wishers for the support. In his congratulating message, the Archbishop of the Catholic Archdiocese of Ibadan, Most Reverend Gabriel Adigun, who congratulated Obaladoja on his ascension to the throne, described Ladoja's installation as new Olubadan as unfailing providence of God, who preserved the life of the monarch with strength and wisdom.
I'm sure your faith in God gives you strength and comfort. The assured of the support of not only the ministry of the state, but the support of all who have found Emmanuel, a welcoming home and a place of peace.
I believe the Imperial Majesty, His Majesty, he's a man who will bring peace and unity to the Ibadan land, not just for the Ibadan people. I believe he's a beacon of hope to a lot of Nigerians.
And for what you guys are saying, is a very, very humble man. His humility has no bound. To the young, to the poor, to the rich, to whatever category of human being you can think of. So it's something the people of Ibadan will definitely appreciate, and they always say, is a man that can be celebrated now and beyond. All we want to say, we want to wish him long life, prosperity, to be able to carry the people of Ibadan and the people of Nigeria to a greater height.
The cleric hailed Ladoja for commencing his reign with an act of thanksgiving in the house of God, saying the gesture of the new monarch reflecting not only his humility before God, but also deep recognition of his duty of fostering harmony among all faiths.
In other news, Nigeria's Vice President Kashim Shettima has implored the African Union (AU) to reinvigorate diplomacy as the primary and most effective means of conflict resolution on the African continent. He acknowledged the role played by the AU's peace support operations, a unit designed to maintain, monitor and build peace in Africa through peacekeeping and peace enforcement missions, observing, however, that the operation comes at a huge financial cost. The Vice President representing President Bola Tinubu made the call during a meeting of the AU Peace and Security Council at the level of heads of state and government held on the margins of the 80th session of the United Nations General Assembly in New York, United States. Addressing the council on behalf of President Tinubu, Vice President Shettima, in a statement by his spokesman, Stanley Nkwocha, noted that with the current UN administration and growing interest by traditional partners in conflict outside the African continent, it was becoming increasingly difficult for countries to shoulder the total cost of peace support operations on the continent. The Vice President said this was the only way the continent's peace support operations can leave behind resilient and self-sustaining peace infrastructure wherever they find themselves. This is News Update on Trust TV, coming up after the break. Bayelsa residents call for government help amidst flood crisis. This and many more when we return. Do stay with us. Welcome back from the break. In case you're just joining, this is News Update on Trust TV. Let's take a look at our top stories again. We told you that resident doctors give federal government fresh ultimatum over unmet demands. And bandits kill 10, abduct several in Kwara community. Now moving on to more stories, a federal high court in Abuja will on Monday deliver judgment in the suit filed by the Department of State Services (DSS) against Professor Pat Utomi over his alleged plan to establish a quote shadow government in Nigeria. The suit was instituted by the DSS, which argued that Utomi's initiative was unconstitutional and posed a threat to national security. A security agency urged the court to declare the move illegal, describing it as a parallel authority not recognized by the 1999 Constitution as amended. A DSS contended that the proposed shadow structure, if allowed, could incite unrest, embolden separatist groups, and destabilize the country's democratic system. It therefore sought a perpetual injunction restraining Utomi, his agents, and associates from pursuing the project. Now, residents of Ebis Road in Biobolo, Yenagua, the Bayelsa state capital, are appealing to the state government to urgently address persistent flooding in their area. They say that even light rainfall is enough to submerge their homes and roads, leaving them stranded and uncomfortable. Some residents reveal that at times they have to pay local canoe operators to access their houses even when it hasn't rained. They are therefore calling on the government to clear natural canals and open up blocked drainages to ease their suffering. Trust TV's Friday Ebimobowe Peter completes the report.
Residents of Abis Road flash flood have become a recurring nightmare, disrupting their lives, damaging property, and exposing them to serious health risks. They complain of constant mosquito bites, malaria, diarrhea, and other waterborne diseases caused by stagnant flood water.
Season to season, water no dey reach even the 2 blocks. But because of, let's say, the place that the water is moving, people are building a house and the government is aware. When they came, they go do. After that time, there's no anybody show face. No, there's no auction. That is why we brought this boat. Going down 100, go inside what, as I'm talking now, just go. All the building, they inside water.
Every year, every night, rain don't fall, we don't pack. Sickness, malaria, mosquitoes have 1 kill us. The mosquitoes they kill us, all was when they start the body, dirty don't come outside. The children well anyhow when they bath them, no way. The children they sick anyhow. So the chemists, hospital they work anyhow. So
me and they suffer for water. I dey inside water. My kitchen to my room to all my tenants they don't pack finish. Everybody dey inside water. I need government to help me. Come out from inside this water. Flood and the rain water. Now they suffer us. Every rainy season. Since when they do this road, now we start to suffer.
As soon as rainfall, we are afraid. Because all the water in this area from Opolo down, all will collect to this place. Simply because the culvert there, the ring they put there is so small and it has been blocked. So water does not flow at all. And all other areas that water has been flowing, they have built houses and other things to block the place. So there is no water does not flow.
Adding his voice, a resident and former chairman of the Environmental Sanitation Authority, Reginald Didi, urged the state government to urgently deseal canals and clear blocked drainages. He attributed the recurring flash flood to poor drainage system and inadequate maintenance.
The rain flooding. The way forward is to open up now. Open up with your, I think, swamp boogie or whatever to the drainage so that the water will not be disturbing the tenant. Me, I'm not having that effect, but my neighbors are highly affected. So if the government can bring swamp boogie to open up, I think it will.
Meanwhile, some children were seen navigating through flooded streets in makeshift canoes, a daily reality for many families in the area. Friday, Ebimobowe Peter, Trust TV News, Yenagoa.
And now in business, the World Bank is set to approve 2 loans totaling $750 million for Nigeria on Tuesday, according to documents published on the bank's official website. The funding is directed towards strengthening health security and expanding climate-resilient digital infrastructure. The package includes $500 million for building resilient digital infrastructure for growth in Nigeria project and $250 million under the Health Security Program in Western and Central Africa, Nigeria, Phase 2. The bridge initiative, led by the Federal Ministry of Communications, Innovation and Digital Economy, is designed to expand broadband access in underserved communities. With an estimated cost of $1.6 billion, the project will be financed by a mix of concessional credit and private investment. Communications and Digital Economy Minister Bosun Tijani described the program as central to Nigeria's digital transformation. Now, away from Nigeria, the ECOWAS Parliament has reached a resolution to earmark the sum of 19,630,000 units of account budget for the 2026 financial year. The appropriation will fund critical sectors to better the lives of the people of West Africa, particularly on the deployment of artificial intelligence for effective legislation and effective governance. Speaking at the Parliament, Hajia Maimunatu Ibrahima made this known in her closing remarks at the end of the 2025 second extraordinary session of the regional legislature in Port Harcourt, Rivers State on Saturday. She stressed that the budget is the engine of the commitment to the people of West Africa. A draft budget was adopted by the members of the ECOWAS Parliament during the plenary. The 2026 budget represents a 5% increase compared to the 2025 fiscal year budget. This reflects an upward adjustment of 939,233 units of account from last year's budget, which stood at 18,996,897 units of account. And that's a wrap on News Update. Do not forget to follow us across all social media platforms for more programs, news and documentaries. I am Dorcas Yakubuzala. Thank you for watching.